is your weirdest DM story?
I can take my time.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of strangers.
What is your weirdest DM story?
Probably this.
Ew,
I got led down into a dark basement to be asked a bunch of weird questions.
Oh, which one? Which one do I pick from?
My weirdest DM story? Am I allowed to just say whatever? Okay.
Yeah.
I get a lot of ladies with their titties out, trying to like slide in there.
You want a date, or you want a girl, something like that, I
don't have anything too weird other than ladies sliding in my DMs. Like, that's not weird at all.
I haven't really gotten that many weird DMs, weirdly enough. Everyone's always so surprised by that.
Have you ever went on a date from someone in
No, no, of course not.
But I did once get a DM that said ear stuff, ? And I'm still thinking about that. I still don't know what that means. Does anyone know what ear stuff is? I'm scared to Google it.
People like asking, can I see your feet? Kinds of things. That happens on Instagram.
One time, someone had asked me, after I tattooed Zayn Malik, someone had DM'd me and was like, what does Zayn smell like? And I was like, what?
You can make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah. Do you want to sell your feet? Sell pictures of your feet?
Sometimes guys do send me like messages trying to be my sugar daddy, which is really weird because I don't know what about my profile would suggest that that's what I'm looking for on Instagram.
I have my single guy friends being like, yo, she's hot. Could I get your number? Could I get her number? I'm like, bro, you don't even have a job. Like, how you gonna have a girlfriend?
They're usually like, hey, do you wanna get pampered? And like, I can put you on an allowance and stuff. And I'm just like, block. I
had this one guy that would like nonstop DM me, and I don't answer them ever, but the weirdest DM I think he ever sent was, I want to impregnate you.
One guy just straight up said, can I pay to be your bitch?
It's when I post a hand tattoo with fingers tattoo, and one guy tell me, il m'a dit quoi?
It's a perfect hand for blackmail.
Yeah. C'est quoi le... comment on dit?
It's a perfect hand for blackmail.
Oh, on va faire... He tell me something like it's a perfect hand for like sexual things.
I think most female tattooers get weird DMs like anyway. I mean, like I'll just get like pics in my DMs a lot that I just like ignore.
The guy that showed you his thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't ask for it though. Yeah,
no. I got a guy that hit me up and he was like, I saw your photos, you're so beautiful, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna send a pic, I'm so sorry, but here you go. And I was like,
I tattooed a guy at a convention, and it was on his forearm, and I had never met him before. I met him at, we met at the convention. He was from that city. So, hi, how you doing? We did, I think it was a wolf with like a landscape. Did it on his forearm. I had given him my cell phone, because when you're at a convention, we got to meet up and all that. And so after the convention, a couple of months later, he sends me a picture of his forearm, and it says, hey, you did this, on my forearm at Baltimore. I'd like to get another tattoo. And it's a picture like this of his forearm. But the only thing is, he had no pants on, and like his is right next to his forearm, and that's the picture he sent me. So
yeah.
I
like that one.
So. Did he want the other tattoo on his dick?
He didn't say. I mean, at that point, yeah.
And the king of all DMs, weird DMs. How much for a sleeve?
You don't want a sleeve.
How much for this, bro? Or like what you charge, or stupid stuff like that.
People pop their heads in the shop. How much for a sleeve? They don't even walk in. They just put their heads in. How much for a sleeve?
No tattoo artist wants to hear how much, bro. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, that's just, you don't do that.
I've had people a while back who would just people I don't know just coming in going, hey, you tattoo for like Xanax? I was like, I do not. I prefer money.
I have like toys. I am toy collector or something like that, so I can trade you No, I don't do that. Okay, what about like if you tattoo something like in like my private parts and then you have fun? Like I don't do that. Like
oh, I'm having a birthday party. Like I just want like a tattoo artist to tattoo, and like I'll pay you an exposure. I love exposure.
I don't like often go to like get tires rotated and be like, you guys take heroin? You know, it's just like a thing that you should maybe know somebody first before you ask that.
I think there's a proper etiquette you probably should, you know, approach a tattoo artist with. And just asking straight up, like the first question, how much, is not what you should be doing.
Sometimes with people with odd requests for tattoos, like one woman wanted me to find, she wanted a world map with an airplane.
I want this, I want that, I want my mother's name, I want my son's name, my daughter's name, all together.
The map or the trail of the plane with coffee beans, but she wanted the coffee beans to express passion and love.
Shaped in the form of a vine around 17 roses, and I want my cat in there.
And it was like this big. I'm like, I can't really explain that much passion and love in a coffee bean at this size.
I've gotten a novel, an explanation of this tattoo. I'll never forget it. This dude plays video games, and somehow he sees himself as this character in this video game, and he wrote literally a short story about how he sees himself as this, and sent me clips of him playing the game, wanted me to come up with concepts for this, and it was really strange. It was actually a little scary. Even.
Yeah, I think it's really difficult for people to communicate their ideas through messaging. Just like sarcasm doesn't come off so good through messaging. So really, when people kind of message me, or if they make an appointment digitally, I try to set it up where we can sit down together.
Face to face.
Yeah, so, you know, because actual human communication is sometimes more important in the process than just words.
I'm not one of the lucky ones who gets DM'd all the time.
Said ear stuff, question mark?
I want to impregnate you.
It's a perfect end for blackmail.
I can't wait for that day, but I don't have any.
Anything like not tattoo related people send you?
No, that's what I'm wanting. I want some like weird pics or something just to like, I'm gonna like be like, I made it.
I don't really entertain a lot of like weird questions or anything like that. And DMs, I kind of keep it professional just because once it's a slippery slope on when you start answering those kind of crazy questions and stuff like that. So I kind of just ignore a lot.
It's the world of Instagram, you know, when you're not private, you know, it's opened so many doors for a lot of us, and I think it's a beautiful thing, you know. Also, it could be it's a double-edged sword. So
the true metric of success is weird DMs.
I know, and I'm like not there yet.
We'll get you there.
One day I'll get some weird
My weirdest DM story is that's how I met my fiance. It specifically says do not DM me because I just like all of my work to be in one spot. So I like it all in my email address. I don't want a DM here or a Facebook message here, or, you know, a text here. So I always want everything in my emails, and I got this DM from this person and I ignored it. I was like, no, this person can't read, it says no DMs. Fast forward, I get another DM, I read it, and now I'm engaged to this person. So it's really funny. She's really embarrassed that she's like, I know it said no DMs, but I did anyway. But so now I do check my DMs, not that I'm looking for another fiance, but I do check them sometimes, but that's definitely the craziest DM story, is meeting my fiance through DMs.
What did she reach out to you saying?
She was saying, I'm sober and I have a sober podcast and stuff. And she was just saying how she's sober right now and she wants to get a tattoo and she'll call the shop, but I just kind of ignored it. And then on my personal Instagram, I had posted that I wanted to go do summer things, like go to the beach and stuff, and she replied saying she wanted to go to the beach, and that's it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you guys ever end up getting tattoos together?
We have not gotten tattooed together. I have her name on my neck, and I have a bunch of tattoos for her. She's got a couple tattoos for me also. We have each other's nicknames on our butts. She's not heavily tattooed. She only has like a few. But the next thing is I guess she should be getting my name. I guess actually I lied. We did get tattooed together because we got a tattoo. I did one on her and she did one on me. So we did.